今回の海外2期、ブラジル出身ダビバスク。ゲーム音楽プロデューサーとして数々のゲーム音楽を制作。自身のチャンネルではゲーム音楽の解説を行う。圧倒的洞察力で作曲家の意図を汲み取る天才。ゲームと音楽両方への深い愛は地球の反対、日本にまで届く。チャンネルは概要欄からチェック。
Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasque. I'm a music composer for games and I'm very excited today guys, because today finally we're gonna listen to and talk about Dancing Mad from Final Fantasy VI, from the great, the man, the myth, the legend, Nobuo Uematsu. And this, guys, is one of my favorite tracks of Final Fantasy, is one of my favorite tracks of all time. Nobuo Uematsu is one of the greatest composers ever, so I'm really looking forward to this. Let's go. Here it comes. And this is kind of the overture. This melody is kind of the overture for Final Fantasy VI. It's the same melody that plays in the intro of the game. Really good movement in the bass. I haven't heard this in a while, by the way. Oh yeah, the vocals in this soundtrack. So good. Okay, so you guys heard me talking about overture. So they were clearly really going for a kind of opera feel with this soundtrack. Overture, for those that don't know, is like an intro. An intro is the word that we use for the intro for an opera. So he restated the overture of the game of Final Fantasy VI here, and there's a lot of organ. It's very ominous. This is, for those of you that don't know, this is a final boss theme, and there's vocals. This was really cool in this soundtrack. There's like operatic Super Nintendo vocals. That's really cool. Very tense. This plays. And again to the overture. This plays during the fight with Kefka, which is like a Joker kind of character. And like the ominous kind of disturbing nature of this goes along so well with Kefka. This part, man, the counterpoint in this, counterpoint is like an old form of harmony. It's very common in Baroque music and classical music. It's still used today, and when used today, it sounds very sophisticated and old, and Uematsu does it so well. He does it like an old master, like a classic master. This kind of stuff. This kind of independent movement on the upper parts and on the lower bass. Very good counterpoint. Okay, so this part is looping, so let's skip ahead to the next part. This second movement that we're gonna call here is when the mad part of this theme of Kefka's personality starts to show up a little bit. It starts becoming a little bit more disturbingly playful, kind of dancey. but the chords, the rhythm is kind of playful and dancey. But the chords tell a very different story. It's very disturbing, very evil. And that creates a horrible image of a dancing mad kind of image of a kind of lunatic, maniacal villain that Kafka is. Oh, it's going up. And the organ is always there. Oh. Man, this is so good. So, I just have to stress how good this is. This is, he's kind of doing like a little segment of toccata. Toccata is an organ kind of musical style that was common in the Baroque period. And here he's employing all sorts of techniques that were common to the Baroque period. And this is like difficult stuff to do. Like here, for example, he takes this melody here and he does something with it called a fugato. And fugato is a very sophisticated technique that was common in the Baroque period. It basically means that you play the melody, you keep going, you develop it into something else. You wander off into something else. And then shortly after, another voice in the organ plays the same melody again over the other stuff that's going on. And then shortly after, a new voice starts playing the same melody again over. It's very complicated because it's like a puzzle. You have to make the same melody fit multiple times over different harmonic contexts. And this is what he's doing here. Here. And then shortly after we will repeat. Here. The second repetition. And then it stops here. And then he goes on with the toccata. Insane counterpoint there. Crazy counterpoint. How independent the bass notes, the bass melodies and the upper melodies are is just crazy. Very good. And then now it's looping again. Yeah, this is the next movement. This is the third movement. Yeah, I had forgotten about this one. This feels completely different. Even though it's still a toccata, right? An organ toccata. I feel like I recognize this melody here. On the bass. This one, I think this is a leitmotif for something, but it's been a while since I played this game, so I don't remember, but I recognize this melody. But anyway, like I was talking about with the movements, and I was talking about how it builds up and it starts getting more crazy and more mad, more dancing mad. This movement is so effective in that because it was super disturbing before, right? That there was a madness to it, and now suddenly it gets happy all of a sudden. Like the entire song up to this point has been based in mostly negative chords, mostly sad chords, but this one movement suddenly it's happy. And that is so unsettling, because at this point you're still fighting the crazy Joker guy. So when you put happiness and positive emotion in a context that doesn't match like this, it doesn't sound like happiness, it sounds like delusion, and it becomes even more disturbing. Great, great, great. And this sounds amazing, dude. This sounds super Baroque. Oh, this here sounded like the little sound effect that plays right before a battle in Final Fantasy. This. Super disturbing. This sounds super Baroque, and it's impressive. Because Nobuo Uematsu is self-taught. Like, this kind of stuff, classical music, Baroque music, is the kind of stuff that usually people learn in college or with some kind of teacher, some kind of course. Nobuo Uematsu is self-taught. That's impressive. So now we're going to the fourth and final movement. And this movement slows down again. This is again a reference to the overture of the game, to the intro of the game. So dramatic. Oh yes, this is my favorite part. The mad part of Dancing Mad. Good, man. There's a very unsettling rhythm going on here, very uncommon 5-beat measure here. Uematsu loves to use 5-beat measures for boss themes. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-beat measure is very interesting because it's unsettling, because it's uncommon, but at the same time there's a swing to it, there's a dancing kind of rhythm to it. So it sounds playful and disturbing at the same time. Going to the final part. More organ. This feels more dramatic. A lot of great melody, a lot of emotion, a lot of sadness in this. So good. Yes. And then it starts again. There's Kafka's laugh there. I was not expecting that.
30秒でわかる英語フレーズ解説。今回のフレーズ、
Nobuematsu's self-taught. Nobuematsu's self-taught.
このフレーズは日本語で独学、我流といった意味になります。誰かに教わるのではなく、自分自身で学んで習得したことを指します。あなたが独学で習得したことはありますか？ぜひコメント欄で教えてくださいね。本日は以上です。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。